All right, guys. We're here. Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving rally is on. Today is Monday, November 24th. It is after lunch again, but we're here. So, are we going to get a Thanksgiving rally? Is it going to continue? And looks like technology is back. We're live again and unedited. This is Jeff Wright with Fish Creek Capital. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like and follow. Would really appreciate it. And hopefully this will be helpful. Hopefully this will be helpful and short. Don't want it to be too long. So history of Thanksgiving. Let's look at some of the returns during Thanksgiving week. I'm going to see if I can actually share my screen. I think that might be the most helpful so you can see what's happening. We're still here. Let's make yeah, I think we're still here. So this is Grok. Grok is great. I'm kind of like Grok more than ChatGTP. I do believe Elon's goal to be or to remove all the censorship and to be unbiased on that. Hopefully that's the case. And I've had ChatGTP. It's not always right. And so I think even from a financial news perspective, definitely from an investing perspective, you can get great data and information on AI, but I don't think it's going to replace the human nature with investing that is really a big deal when it comes to just intuition and reading companies. And again, I think AI is going to be great for facts and data and pulling information like this on Thanksgiving week, but I don't see it replacing humans for long-term investments and just the emotions and intuition that go with that, frankly. So yeah, let's look at Grok here. This is the S&P 500 returns during Thanksgiving week. So I just put in the last 10 years. We do typically have a positive week during Thanksgiving. The average return over the last 10 years is 0.59%, positive 0.59%. And it's positive 70% of the time. So the last 7 of the 10 years have been positive. So that does outperform. So that's kind of encouraging, especially after the last couple of weeks we've had. November has not done well this year. So today is looking great. If I just go to the Dow or just look at the overall market, Google technology is back in vogue again this week. AI is back on track. This time they're pumping Google. Google is leading the S&P 500 rally. And that AI trade is back. It looks like it still is maybe rotating a little bit. And again, I talked about last week how, if you look at companies like NVIDIA, we reviewed that. If you didn't see that, go back and watch. I think it was Friday's video talking about how NVIDIA is actually a strong company, maybe Thursday's video, but NVIDIA has great cash flow, strong management, low debt, extreme growth, and they can produce cash flow like crazy, and they've done this for a long time. When you compare that to some of the names that have just popped up this year that are crazy, overpriced, and some, with only 200 million in revenue and things like that, it's, but if you take the NVIDIA's, the Google, which is on track today, even the Mag 7 stocks, which have done well this year, that's why they're doing well, is because they do have a history with the performance and they have a strong balance sheet that backs the performance. And so that's why you see money going there. So, yeah, the Dow is up 0.3%, 0.43%. The NASDAQ is up 2.5% on just the led by Google. And the Russell's up 1.63%. So that's looking good today. So let's look at Meta. We talked a little bit about Google. Well, we could probably look at Google and Meta. Let's switch screens here again. This is another tool that I really like called fastgraphs.com. You'll see I've got some actually some videos on it also. And it is just a quick snapshot to where you can easily see how companies are valued. Here at Fish Creek, strongly believe in the price that you pay matters, and it greatly affects your return. And so I've got Google pulled up here. Alphabet is its parent company name, or the real name, I guess. Google is the ticker, GOOGL. And you can see, well, let's just go back. They've got this cool inner graph, and I thought that's why I could just share it so you can see the black line is the stock price, and the blue line is the normal price to earnings ratio. And you can just see how it just slowly grows over the last 20 years. And anytime you get the black line below the fair value ratio and even the normal PE ratio, that is a place to start for realizing, okay, this might be, at a good price or not overpriced. So you can see here that it's jumped up a lot since April even of this year. Google for a long time was one of the undervalued Mag 7 stocks. That's why, well, I'm sorry, Meta was, Google was as well. But it has had a great run since April of this year. Let's just see the year-to-date return on Meta. You can do that. It's well, CNBC just shows it as 5%, so it's kind of lagging. It's down 18% over the last 3 months, and it has been down, but it's up 3.5% today. Meta is. So yeah, if we look at fast graphs, the normal PE ratio is around 29. We got a fair value ratio of 28 for the price to earnings ratio, and that is over the last 20 years or so. So let's move it up to 10 years, cut that down. So for the last 10 years, we're at 25 on the PE ratio and fair value around 21. And you can see the black line is above the orange and the blue. So that's a little pricey maybe for the last 10 years. But if we go even closer in on 5 years, we're still a little high with Google. I think my screen switched there. I think I'm messing that up. So that has all been Google. I'm sorry. Again, this is live and unedited. So Meta is what I wanted to talk about also. And it has been down. That's the minus 18% that I'd referenced for the last 3 months, and up 5% year to date. So it is lagging. And you can see over the last 15 years on Meta that, yeah, the blended PE is 25.8. The fair value is around 31. The normal PE ratio is around 31. And so over the last 15 years, Meta is not a bad value right now. And they do pay a dividend. It's a low dividend, but they have a lot of growth. And so that's what you're exchanging there. Let's go to 10 years. Little, not quite as much of a value over the last 10 years. And then most recent 5 years, where we're still looking decent on where the price is. So is it super on sale or anything? No, Meta's not, but it is down for the last 3 months, and it kind of jumped out to me as on the charts as far as a good company to look at. Again, we're looking at trying to focus when we have these, rough couple of weeks like we've had, that, well, what are the A names? What are the best companies to look at when we get kind of a pullback? And Meta is one of those when it comes to technology, and they do pay a dividend. So not investment advice. This is just educational purposes only, but it doesn't look too bad right now, especially if you have a long-term plan for Meta. And then just because I was off there with Google again, it's big in the news today. Google, let's see what it has been like this year. Google is up 6% today, up 68% year to date, and this is coming off the news of Buffett buying Google. Also, I think in the last week, even it came out saying that Buffett's got a position, or Berkshire Hathaway has a position in Google. So it has jumped up for 3 months. It's up 54%. So that's crazy on Google. Let me make sure I got that right. Yeah. It is doing well. It's had a great year. Let's back out our view. Even on 10 years, where I'd say we're overpriced at this point. 15 years, we're overpriced. And this is again just a quick look. And then, but if we max out 20 years, we're about in line with price. So it does again depend on your time frame. Would you buy Google up here? I wouldn't, just because you can see it's not really the best value and wouldn't provide a great return at these prices, but nonetheless a good company to watch. So if you've got Google and you're up a lot, it would definitely be worth taking some profit. And we've done some of that with Fish Creek clients, even today, matter of fact. So not investment advice, educational purposes only. If I can help you in any way with your portfolio, please reach out. You can go to fishcreekcapital.com, click on learn more, and I'll keep coming with these live news and educational videos. Hopefully they're helpful. Please let me know if you have any specific questions in the comments below. Would love to try to answer those. And please like and subscribe. And I hope you're going to have a great Thanksgiving week. I'm looking forward to it. All the family's going to be here and really excited about that. So have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.